just popped on some concealer just to cancel out any of the veins and stuff on the eye, and then I've set it with some loose translucent powder just to make the blending process a bit more easier. So for the transition shade, I'm going to be using a fluffy brush like this from Bloom Cosmetics, and I'm going to be taking this colour here from Makeup Geek as well. I think this is Crème Brulee. I feel like I've been using so much Makeup Geek recently, but they are hands down my most, they are my favourite eyeshadows, I swear to God. But I promise I will use some other products other than Makeup Geek. So I'm just popping this in as our transition shade. So on my MAC 217 brush, I'm going to be taking Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek as well. I feel like I've been using these a lot recently just because they are just the most amazing transition and crease shades. So yeah. So I'm just putting that into the crease, which is this part here, almost like the socket. And with a smoky eye, you don't want to take it too far towards the front of your eye, just because it can tend to look quite dirty, if that makes sense. So you want to keep it predominantly on the outer third and give it that cat flick-esque look. Then going back into that Bloom brush we use for our transition shade, this is just really good to kind of make sure everything's all blended together. Take Americano, which is a dark brown colour here, and I'm using this on an MUA, I think this is the E3 brush, I can't remember, but I'm just basically popping this onto the outer third of my eye here. I sound like I'm developing a cold, so who knows. So I'm just going to keep this here and kind of flick that out. On the same blending brush, I'm going to pick up Americano again. I place this on the lid of my eye, just so that this whole section here is just completely one colour. You'll feel like you've been punched in the face, but literally just carry on with it. I swear to God, it does eventually all tie together. And you end up looking at it and thinking, oh, actually, I didn't do too bad of a job. Okay, so we're going to start with black. This is a hard colour to work with if you go straight in with black. This is Corrupt from Makeup Geek, and this is the blackest black you could think of. The other side of that brush as well. So I'm just popping this towards our lower lash line, and I'm going to be building the colour upwards. And then eventually you'll get towards the crease area, like so. And then just blend that together. I don't want to put too much black in the crease because it's really going to just completely darken the whole look. Okay, so when you've got that exactly somewhere near where you want it, I am going to use a pigment called Utopia from Makeup Geek. Sorry, this is new and I really wanted to use this in a smoky look. But before we do any of that, I'm just going to use some black, it's like a glittery liner. I don't know where this is from. I think I got it from a gift set somewhere, but I'm just going to use this just to kind of give the glitter something to stick to. So once it's finished, it should start looking something like this, but I find sometimes that the pigment, especially when you're blinking, it can really creep up into the crease area. So I'm going to take this brush here, which I use to apply the product onto the lid, and this is going to really get into that crease area. So get a makeup wipe and just make sure all the glitter, all the fallout and all that jazz has come off. I'm taking that E3 brush again. And I am taking Makeup Geek's Crème Brulee, just popping this in the lower lash line. I want this to be really smoky, and I also haven't really got any proper precise like eye brushes. That's something I really need to invest in. I'm going to go straight into Americano. And then on this detailer brush from Real Techniques, I'm just going to use the side of that to place Corrupt onto the lash line. I want to keep this as close to the lash line as I can because when we blend it, it does blend downwards anyway. This clean, soft Luxe brush from I'm so used to saying Nima Cosmetics, from Zoeva. I'm just going to give this a really good blend under the eye. And I'm not going to lie, I blend so much to the point where my eyes feel so zingy, it's horrible. So I'm taking some of that pigment again, just on the inner tear duct here. Okay, so now I'm taking a gel liner and just popping this into my waterline. You can use maybe like gold or even like a bright colour if you want to add a pop of colour. So I'm going to use that liner just kind of on this outer third here. I don't want to go like straight across with it because I feel like it's going to ruin the look. And the lashes I am using today are from VIVI's collection. I'm just gonna pop, oh shit. Okay, so ignore this hair for the minute because it is one greasy ball and I'm gonna be doing my hair at the end as well, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, for my face, I'm gonna go in with this Bourjois bronzing primer, and because my neck is slightly more tanned than my face, this is going to almost restore that colour. So I'm actually going to conceal first with the Maybelline anti-age concealer just to conceal my spots, and sometimes if I have a lot of imperfections, this is something I do first. For foundation, I'll be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear just because this lasts such a long time and it's a real good full coverage foundation as well. By the way, if you can hear roadworks, I'm so sorry. They are constructing, I don't even know what they're constructing, something next to us, and they make the most annoying sounds. So that's why I have been filming a lot with my, doing like voiceovers and stuff, just because it's a lot easier and you can cancel out the background noise. So now that's done, I'm going to go back into the concealer I used to prime my eyes, and this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Concealer. Very much like the Studio Fix Concealer from MAC. And I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush. And what I'm going to do is start just under my eyes here. And then I'm going to blend upwards so that your eyes don't crease as much. Per usual, for my powder, I am using the Gosh Prime and Set powder here. Just under there, because then the powder bronzer will kind of act as a powder anyway. I'm taking the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Bronzer. I've gone back to this because I adore it, and I've been using the Essence of Beauty, I don't know what this is, like a control brush. That's what it's called, control brush. Press just here so you can really feel in the hollows of your cheeks there, and then just gradually blend that down. I'm going to use that brush to just take all these black hairs. By the way, the MAC brush, the MAC 109 brush sheds like crazy, so just don't even go there. For highlight, I'll take the Sleek Solstice, I think it's called, palette, and this is a highlighting palette, and I'm taking this colour here. Just a small brush like this with a bit of Oil Control Fixing Spray from Makeup Revolution, and I've just been spraying the brush, letting it dry ever so slightly, and then I'll dip it into the product, just because I find that it kind of takes away that real powdery finish to it, which sometimes can look just cakey. So for lips, I'm taking this Sleek lip pencil in Bare Essential. For lips, I'm just taking MAC Smith. So for hair today, I'm using the IrresistibleMe Diamond hair straighteners. These are pretty much brand new. I work with IrresistibleMe, so I am lucky enough to try out their products. But these are their new hair straighteners, and I don't know if you can see in here, they have a diamond, like a diamond plate. I'm trying these out for the first time today, and so far they look so swish. This will light up exactly when you're ready to use it. The digital thing is here, and you can also customize your temperature basically. So they feel real nice. They don't feel cheap or anything, and they have auto shut off. And if you guys don't know already, I am a huge fan of IrresistibleMe products. They're amazing. I love their 8-in-1 curling wand, I think it is. I think it's 8-in-1 anyway. So we're going to be trying these out today. But before I do that, I'm just going to brush my hair with my Beauty Works hairbrush. This is amazing. I'm applying some Bastille dry shampoo. So these hair extensions are the Beauty Works luxury hair extensions. I have a discount code for both the hair straightener and the hair extensions and the hairbrush if you do wish to use it at all. But these have been used by so many celebrities, and again, I work with this company as well. I thought they're just gonna be like every other hair extension, but they are fantastic. I have tried so many hair extensions, and these are definitely my top 3. So if you guys want to see kind of like a hair extension comparison video, then let me know and I will certainly be doing that. Look at this. This is the 3-clip one, and it is so thick. It's just phenomenal. It really is. And the people I've spoke to have just said they love Beauty Works products as much as I do. Just going to start by back combing the hair, and this is great because this brush doubles up as a teasing brush as well. So I'm just taking a section of the hair and brushing upwards, but I wouldn't advise doing this often because it does break off the hair. Then with the fringe, I've parted it just to the side, so I'm going to put this one section over, and I'm going to take the section underneath. By the way, be careful not to back comb any of the hair extensions because that just like literally will ruin them. The top section again, I'm just going to be back combing this section. So just back comb the shit out of your hair basically. So once that's done, it may look a bit crazy to some, but this is pretty much just how I go with my hair anyway. I use these straighteners just to make sure everything's all sleek, and I have applied some heat defense. Ooh, these feel really soft against the hair, which is amazing. I have GHDs, and sometimes I feel like GHDs can just pull on the hair, but these are nice. When it comes to straightening the front, I'm going to pull it round. Okay, so that is that. I love these. These are amazing. Can you just see how by curling it round it's kind of giving your face a bit more shape? This finalizes my Smokey Christmas tutorial. Can use this as well for a New Year's Eve look, but I'm kind of digging it. So you'll see some close-ups at the end, but I hope you kind of like this makeup and hair combo in one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. If you want to know anything about the discount codes, they'll be in the description if you want to see them, and also if there's any other looks that you want to see, let me know and I will try my best to get them in. So yeah, I shall see you soon, and that's not how I end my videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!